Tennessee.
I've been waiting for this.
Yeah. Tennessee passes chemtrail bill banning airborne chemtrails. I guess before we read through it, I mean, Mace and the Thunderbirds, you guys would expel some obvious
Smoke.
chemicals out the back. I mean, can you confirm or deny, harmful or not?
Smoke oil.
Is
So
this
it's oil
So
that
can-
hits the heat from the engine and vaporizes it into smoke. So
I believe you, but there's
it's
probably a
going
whole swath.
somewhere.
There's probably a whole swath of people like she's lying.
I mean, I wouldn't stand behind the jet with your mouth open with the smoke running. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's not full of like psychedelics or something
Yeah.
that I know of.
So it's a little bit of a lengthy article, but they talk about geoengineering, right? So they don't, I don't know. There's geoengineering is controversial even among legitimate climate scientists because of the uncertainty around its usefulness and possibility of unintended outcomes. Planet-wide climate change engineering is distinct from more routine weather modifications, such as cloud seeding, which increases rainfall over specific areas and is used in several U.S. states. So I did rain enhancement before I joined the military, which we actually did burn chemical, expel it out into the air, and the science was it would give the water molecule something to bond to and it would rain more. So apparently that's not banned, but the more harmful stuff is. But conspiracy theorists point to white plumes of vapor trailing behind passenger airplanes, commonly called contrails, as proof of sinister and secret plots, but lack of evidence for their claims. The most common claim of proof is simply the aircraft contrails look different without any comparative analysis, according to a report from a Harvard Geoengineering group. Mover, in your time flying larger airplanes, do you know when you're chemming?
I'd never chem.
That was good. Good on you, man. Yeah, I don't
chemtrail.
Yeah.
Look, dude, here's the thing. Airlines, like, it's so stupid, right? Because I did a video on this, like, when I first started the channel, and, like, there's a lot of angry people about that because this is, like, their whole worldview. And there's even people that will go up and scream at the sky, like, literally. You can go find it on YouTube where they're filming, you guys should be ashamed of yourselves. Here's the reality. Airlines are cheap. Yep. They are trying to put as little overhead as they possibly can into those flights, which means they're not going to carry the extra weight of all these sprayers and tanks because they want to put people that pay money to fly them elsewhere. And they're the ones that are generating the white smoke. So if they're not, because the airline's too cheap, then that means you have to have a fleet of thousands of aircraft in addition to this that's their whole job in life, is to go and spray and chemtrail and all that stuff, which means it's ridiculous. It's stupid.
Now, like, Mover, look, I will play the crazy person and say, well, the government's funding it. So the airlines don't care, man, if they're losing revenue, which I agree with you completely. You're not gonna. Would you rather
put it? Where they put it? Like, have you never been on an airline? Like, where do you put it?
Yeah, I mean, there's a science behind the white stuff that's coming, behind the planes that are flying at altitude overhead. I know.
Hot air meets cold, moist air.
Yeah, it's a thing, I mean, right, as fighter pilots, it's like, what altitude I'm going to start conning at, right? Because hello, you give yourself away, right? So I mean, it's yeah, I'm with you. Tennessee, good on you, but I think it's, sure, let's appease them and pass this bill. Next.
I was going to say, surely it has something to do with the fact that the Earth is flat and the way that gravity works.
Oh no, we're canceled.
Chemtrails.
You have to tip the nose down. You have to keep in order to fly with the curvature of the Earth. You have to keep bunting the nose.
Yeah, you just trim the nose down.
That's actually what that Swedish guy was doing. He was following the Earth's curvature, and that's why he landed a second
Got a
time
little
because he
overzealous.
misjudged. Yeah, he
Yeah.
misjudged the.
Apparently, you need to be going faster. Just taking off.
Well, so I mean, with regard to this, it doesn't actually say chemtrails in it. They don't want geoengineering, which everybody's going to point to that former CIA guy that's like, we need to start thinking about it because of global warming, blah, 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 which, okay, I would like to think about time travel. I would like to think about faster than light travel. There's a lot of things I would love to think about, but that doesn't mean it's happening.
Right. And that's, and I'll also say, the article is written by the BBC, which were the ones who.
Well, it's one of many. I mean, it exists. I mean, the bill exists. It doesn't matter where you get the source.
I don't know, man. I think we've talked about chemtrails a couple times, and I'm the most surprising thing about this article is that there's actually a state actually passed something regarding.
Yeah. Is that surprising? Really?
You know what, man? Now that you say that, anything's possible. We live in America, darn it.
Yeah. Dream big.
Dream big. Oh man.
All right, moving ahead.